What went wrong? Today, in Nigeria, look at what the children are reading. It has become an insecure country. We're now among the most civilized countries. We're now among countries where you can count nothing. We're now among countries where all you hear is bad news. Everything is going wrong. And nobody cares. And nobody has asked the question, how did we get here? All you're seeing in Nigeria today is cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. When you left, Nigeria was generating, some of you were there when Nigeria had high-born water. These things were there before. When, if they take life for 2 hours, you're complaining. Yes. If they take life, they're useless. You didn't know they would come at the time when they won't be at home. You don't know that there was a time there won't be anything like 4 pints water. So over the years, it continues to deteriorate. And nobody can. I wrote to somebody to say, what are you going to do about this crime? I said, there's no way, even in America, even anywhere, you can't have over 100 million people living in poverty, and you won't have the level of criminality we're going through. It's impossible. You have young men in their productive age, young men and women, doing nothing. You're going to have a crisis. And it's going to continue. It's going to get worse. That's what Professor Paul Tony is telling you. That we have started a movement. That movement is not going to end with doing that tonight. It's not going to end with election. It's not going to end. What we tend to do is not just to say you're supporting Peter Obi to be president. No. You have to be involved also. And that involvement is what I tell everybody. I traveled from London to Toronto, and I was with 2 people from Southwest, an Igbo, the Yorubas. And I asked them, do any of you know the Bible? They said, no. I don't know the person. So why did we enter this place? Since none of us knows the Bible. Do you know where we're going? We're going to Toronto. Okay. And the pilot is telling us a story about Toronto. And we have confidence that it's going to Toronto. I told him another story before I told him about it. Tell them what I wanted to say about the pilot. This is what I said in California. I said, I wanted to go and study how schools work in Kenya, Uganda, all the eastern countries of Africa. And I'll try to buy Kenya Airways because I wanted to go to Kenya direct. Kenya Airways was expensive. And I said, well, how can just going to Nairobi? There must be a cheaper way to go to Nairobi. So I bought Rwandan Air. And I came home. My wife said to me, Peter, Have you ever entered the wrong hotel? I said, no. He said, why did you buy the ticket? Why are you always trying to do something that can one day do? I said, I'm sure you'll be a pilot flying that way. I'm not going to put the number on it. But let me tell you the excitement of it. I came to the airport. Rwanda had brand new Airbus. And I was, wow. And there was just about 3 of us in business class. And as we took off, the pilot came out and said to me, Your Excellency, my governor. And I said, what is happening? He said, 2 of us in this cockpit are from Nigeria. I didn't know who was there, but I trusted the pilot. Just like I told the people coming from London to Toronto. I said to them, do you know what is wrong with Nigeria? The people in here, people inside would have been vehicle drivers, hired as plane pilots. So the plane will not fly. So when you enter, all you hear is complain. What we saw when we entered here made it impossible for us to fly. You wonder what they were seeing when they were campaigning and asking us to vote for them. Because they don't have the capacity, the competence. They don't know how to do the job. The job of a leader is not to complain, it's to solve problems. That is why we hire people. But in Nigeria, we have people to come and tell us that things are bad. There's no country of the world where things are good. Not one. Things are bad. We are going above now. I always tell Professor Tony, I said, you know, in my own, I'm not a professor, I'm a trader. I easily go back. But you're a professor of political economy. I want all of you to be involved. Because what will happen, I told Chris an interesting thing. I'm happy to be back in this hotel. I was in this hotel exactly 20 years ago. In 2002, when I was contesting to be governor of Anambra State. And I had just left PDP and entered Abuja. And we came to this hotel. And I remember very well, then governor of Anambra State. I was saying in this hotel that I'm going to change Anambra State. Children will be in school, this will be in school. And they said it's impossible. The rest is
Oh, good day.
People can tell you why it's difficult. Look at school, little children telling us about power. Tell me, why can't we secure the country? How can you tell me that in a country bandits have taken over? And we'll say how possible. How is it possible? How can non-state actors take over the state? What is the state doing? One person has to be in charge. Either we have a country or we don't have. We settle it immediately. And I can tell you it is possible to deal with the issue of security in Nigeria. law and order. It is not sophisticated. It is just for people to know that this is an orderly society. It's for us to understand what is required for development. It can be done everywhere. We can do it in Nigeria. Why can't we generate power? Is there any sophistication in doing that?
Oh, corruption.
3 countries of the world have developed the fastest power in the past 5 years. India, Vietnam, Egypt. I went to Egypt. Why can't we do it? It's a leadership issue. Simple. We are 200 million people. We can't generate beyond, and it's beyond 4,000. And nobody is worried. Not leaders, even the citizens. The second biggest country in Africa, in terms of economy, South Africa, they are about 60 million. They generate, transmit, and distribute about 50,000. Ours is 4,000. They do more than 10 times that. And just about 3 weeks ago, the president of South Africa declared emergency in power. And said that anybody, can go and Google it, that anybody can generate up to 100 megawatts without license. Wow. Somebody who had 50,000 declared emergency, and somebody who had 4,000 is still keeping quiet. That shows the level. That shows the level of the problem we're facing. Egypt from 2015 to 2020 moved 2021, moved from under just barely to 20,000 to over 50,000. In Africa, and I went to the power plant, from the power plant to the company that built it, from there to the government, to the financiers, to everybody. And I didn't see anything difficult. Except that when I asked the financiers, why didn't you do this in Nigeria? He wouldn't give me an answer. But I know the answer. The answer is in what is called corruption. Because what are they doing? Here is the man who can build the power plant, but they want to go through this man who has nothing to do with the power plant. And you can go on and on. Why can't we fight corruption? Everybody knows corruption needs to function. It kills entrepreneurship. Nobody thinks they're corrupt. It kills professionalism. Why would you have a professor doing research, working hard, 24 hours, trying to develop, find solutions to various areas of the society when you have a mainly graduated house because they are one type or the other in government. far more money than the professor. You can have more. Nobody wants that. You know? Everybody knows any society where the politicians or leaders are richer than businessmen, that's the end of the country.
That's the problem. Yes, so.
So in Nigeria,
Obedience.
I was telling people who came to pick me from the airport today, I said, let me tell you. I said, what is the problem? I said, the problem is simple. Once you meet with the governor, he becomes the richest person in the state. Simple. Because he controls the public resource and uses it as his own discretion and everything. And start giving you excuse. Because what is happening in the country is that there's just one sharing form that makes instituted money every month, unaccountable to anybody. And those who are supposed to be accountable, which is why all of you must be involved, actually helps me. I was telling them this was that. So what do they do? Peter doesn't own a house in Houston, doesn't own a house in America, doesn't own everything. And suddenly he becomes governor, president. When he comes to Houston, you'll be shocked that his Nigerians are telling him where to buy the best houses. They are the ones who are helping him to buy it. When they should call, when they're supposed to do what? Call the police.
Yes, so. Obedience. Obi. Yes.
He did not own this house when he came here. I don't own a house today in America. So I will not own it when I become president.
Yes, so. Yes,
I
so.
don't know who own a house in America. I told the man, the people I was in the car, called 5 people who own a house in America here. I told them they're businessmen. And they earn money. And those of you who are working out here, please buy good houses. But people should not steal public money.
Yes, so tell them. Oh my God. Say it again and again.
We need to do the right things. This is what is happening everywhere. That is why things are not working in your country. Our country needs to move from
Yes, so.
social.
So production. Yes.
This is why you have millions
Yes,
of
sir.
people who don't have job today. The reason why you have millions of people and who are the greatest victim of what I'm saying, you are the greatest victim. You've left Nigeria because things are not good. Is it not why you left?
Yes, so.
If it was good, you'll be there.
Yeah. We want to come back.
Your own is even a double one. Because you're here, because you left, you're working hard and have become a social welfare for those who are poor. You are not producing anything. For every 10 calls you get today, I assure you it's 10 problems. And you can't leave them. So you are in a problem. If only they can allow you to even enjoy what you earn here, it would have been better for you. But you have not become so you see the crisis you're facing. The earlier you help us to fix them, the better for you. We need to move the country. There's nothing wrong with Nigeria. Nigeria has good weather. We don't have the weather we have here. No. We have good food. We have everything. The only thing we lack is leadership. It's a very simple thing. No bad night. When I was coming here, the pastor said the weather is bad. He didn't say because weather is bad, he's going to New York. He said no, he's going to Houston. But he told us that the weather is bad, but that he will bring delays, but he's going to go to. Because that's where we pay to go. We have to go to New York. In Nigeria, we say weather is bad, that is why he's not taking off. No. And he's not telling us when he will take off. It doesn't hear that it's been cancelled. But that is not the way it works. We want us to start doing the right thing. There's nobody here in this country, you know it, you do not see anything, none of you get anything free here. If you don't walk, so you must walk. But people stay at home and writing you, thinking you won lottery in America. No. They need to be productive. The country of 200 million. It is for government to create an environment. When Pastor Thomas said in Canada, they're worried about brain drain. I said to them, it's good for Nigeria. They were worried. And I said, the role of asthma, today your brain drain, but I can tell you, your brain gain. What I told you before happened in India, what happened in China, what happened everywhere. Because once you have a good environment, a secure, good environment, the first investors you are going to get is you. We want you to help us to create an enabling environment where you will come to invest. So it will be a win-win. Those people you are sending money who think you're for a Christmas somewhere will not have to work. I lived in the UK with an Indian. He borrowed money, mortgaged his house, borrowed money, and built a facility in India. That facility was employing over 500 people in India. I was producing something, he was exporting to the UK and making money. He was very rich in the UK. Those people in Nigeria was doing something. Here, everything is sent. Even if you want to send to save or build a house, you can see. We must change it. No more free lunch. We have to get them to be productive, everybody. And this is what we're trying to do, to have a government who will focus on securing the country, who will invest in education to bring more human capital that is required for you to come back and become an investor before we talk about other people who are going to come to you. There's nothing called foreign investor. It is when you are making profit that when people here will see you and follow you. No, if you can't be here, they will go there. They're not foolish people. It's when they see you going back and see the amount of money you are making, they will ask you, can I join? Foreign investment, attraction of it is like beer, money. Once you put money here, how the bees will come in, you won't know. But they'll find their way. You might think this place is so clean that there's no ants. We'll push you here now. If you come after today, you'll be surprised that this place we thought is so clean. Ants will be there. Once you have something that is sweet, things work. I've governed the state. So I know it is not entirely impossible. No. Anybody will tell you it's entirely possible. most difficult state because it's a state where you have elites who think they are bigger than government. I was there for 8 years. I quarreled with everybody. I can tell you comfortably that in my 8 years of being governor, no elite in Anambra State is happy with me. That I can tell you. None of them was happy with me. Not even today. I don't think they're still happy with me. And how did I know that? I go around. I go to Abuja, go to everywhere, see people in government, top people, including president, telling me, Peter, people are not happy with you. And I said every day, and I said to the West, I never promised happiness. It wasn't part of my electoral promises. And I'm telling you people here, if I succeed, you won't be happy with me. You're not going to be happy with me. Nobody. No, I know you will be happy. Somebody asked me here, he said he didn't like the fact that I said I was only governor without office of first lady. And I should moderate it when I say it because sometimes women don't like it. And I said no. Nobody voted for my wife. So how can we create an office with somebody without any run for office? And it's not about the quick money to make official. I need the money to fix schools. Then I need the money to fix school. I need the money to do what I was supposed to do. It's my wife, we're very close. Two of us live in the house. But I was the one who voted to blind. And she's my wife, and I love her. But in the house. Yes. But why did we do that? We didn't do it because we don't want the office, but we found out when I started the office of the governor, just like it is still today, the cost of governance in Nigeria is totally unacceptable. We cannot have, there's no same person that uses 20 vehicles. No, we have people now who are using even 40. What do you think you're doing? If you see governor of Texas today in 10 vehicles, you think he will remain tomorrow? They will remove him immediately. And the person who asked me about this, I said, in your state in America, do they have office of first lady? Said no. Said no. No. No, it doesn't have. I looked on him and said, let me tell you, Biden's wife, I even told him that Biden's wife is first lady in name. There's no office you enter. They say it's the office of first lady. If he wants to go to, if Biden is traveling, you can accompany him. So they call him first lady. But he cannot go and print it that ahead of him, have advisors, have people following him around. They come forth. If he goes out, he cannot have, but here you have people going around 20 vehicles, ambulance, everything. And they say, who is going that? And this is the cost. When I started, it was going to cost us about $3 billion a year to keep that office. So these are things where people are not happy. We enjoy like this, and I tell people that in my 8 years of being governor, nobody had the opportunity of drinking wine in the government house. No, I wasn't running a bar. I didn't want to fix school. And people will say people were not happy. Yes. When I live here, comedians will come, musicians and flavor will come. That's the people who make people happy. Not me. My job is to show that if I start, like I'm preaching to you this night, that I don't end in 4 years telling you that power cannot move from 4,000 to at least 15,000. That is my job. My job is not to tell you why schools in a country with the least human capital, our human capital is 168 over 172 in the measures, where we cannot train our children, where we cannot. The kids today didn't say, I should make them happy. I listened to what they read. We want you to give education to children. That was their request. They didn't ask me to make them happy. I didn't hear it. They asked me about power. I read everything. I told Chris that I want to have a copy of everything they said. There was no happiness there. They didn't ask me to share money to them. People ask me why is dollar going down? How can you control dollar? There's nothing there. So people say, are you going to deal with inflation? There's nothing there. Production. If you want your money to be strong, you produce and export. And there's nothing wrong, there's nothing difficult in production. Nothing, absolutely nothing. But we were busy sharing oil money, a diminishing assets. Imagine we're in Texas, which is supposed to be the oil capital of America, right? But it's not the richest state in America. It's about number 3 or 4. The biggest is California. A 3.3 trillion economy, which is 8 times Nigeria. But they're not powered by oil, they're powered by agricultural knowledge, which Nigeria has in abundance. We have vast land, vast or cultivated land in the north, which is supposed to be our biggest asset. But nobody wants to go and farm because they want people to send money from overseas. They're sharing public money made from oil, which we should make from Niger Delta. I was in Niger State. And they're complaining to me about their Niger State of Nigeria. Niger State is a state that is occupying 76.3 thousand square kilometers of land. They can't feed themselves. They cannot feed the country. They cannot export anything. They are waiting for their share of money from oil. So they send people to Abuja to collect money. And I said to the government, you're sitting on the biggest oil. Your life. Say, government, you're sitting on 2.5 times the size of Netherlands. If you go and remove water in Netherlands, they are about 33,000 square kilometers. So, Niger State is 2.5 times Netherlands. Say, go and check. I don't want you to talk about all their exports. Last year, the export last year was over $600 billion, but the agricultural component is about 120 billion. I say, come on, if only you can do 1% of that, one, You have 2.5 times their land, fertile land. If you can do 1% of that, one is $1.2 billion. If you multiply it with what they sell dollar today, it's 650. It's about 750 billion naira. The budget of Niger State is just about 150. So you have 5 times your budget for 1% of that. But you're waiting to share 3 billion. Now comes from nowhere. And you have a convoy of 30 vehicles. There are millions of people. Borno State, where we have the biggest problem, is 70.9 thousand square kilometers of land. Israel is 22,000 plus. So it's about 3 times the size. Israel total export last year is $9.8 billion. Borno State did not do 100 million. What do you think we're doing with our country? 200 million people. If you go to shop, what I do every country I visit, I go to shop in the morning to look where items are made from. Where are the items coming from? Our total export last year, 200 million people living on 923,000 square kilometers of land. Total export, 18.9 trillion naira. 18.9 trillion naira. So 18 trillion 900 billion, which I do with people in government, because they will divide it with what they call official rate. 410. It came to about 47 billion. But now, divided with what I call the real rate, because that's what is available to me whenever I want to travel. The other one is the black market, because nobody sees it except me. This is one 650. If you divide it with that, it will give you about $30 billion for 200. So if you divide it with 200 percent, about 150 percent. Vietnam is about 100 million people living on 331,000 square kilometers of land, which is a third of our land. Total export, $312 billion. So if you divide it with them, it's about 3,000 per person. Ours is 150. Why do I go around repeating this all over the place? It's for you to understand that you have to help yourself by helping all of us there to change. You can no longer continue this. Those people you think you're doing a favor today, if you help to ensure it is cheaper for you to invest in having a competent leadership. That you spending money, think you can continue to be this welfare for the rest of your life. Then one day kill you equally because you left with nothing. For the fact that 10 people phone you with the bad news, it's enough to give you even because nobody comes with the good news. Even people phone you every day and say things are bad, things are bad. Even me, living in Nigeria, there's a time I warn the small people in office everywhere. When you come in the morning, no news until in the evening. Because you have to be allowed them to tell you, everybody has come by the news, it's coming in the morning. So we said, no more news until evening. Sorry, wow. So imagine what you're seeing when they send you message, when they tell you this person is sick, this person is dead. You can't continue that way. You must be part of this change. Yeah. So we can continue hearing even this good news. will tell you we cannot fight corruption. We can't. If the principal person, the local government chairman, the governor, the president is not stealing, if the wife and children are not doing that, if those around him are not doing that, you reduce it by 70%. Anybody can tell you otherwise, because you are the one who is going to approve it. And you can surround yourself with very competent people. You read about my chief of staff and everything when I was governor. All the people I worked with when I was governor, I didn't know them when I was campaigning. At least, call it 60% of them. I never met them. When I became governor, I met them. Somebody introduced me to them. Somebody said, okay, come on board. And when they came, I told everybody, which is what I'm asking you tonight, and which is what I used to tell Professor Tommy. I said to them, if you agree with me in 3 meetings, everybody will go. Your job is to say no. Your job is to tell me where I'm wrong. Your job is to remind me that I'm not perfect. Your job is this, because nobody knows everything. If you know everything, you are an idiot. You should not lead. A leader must be a learner. People must be every day telling you no. People must every day telling you no. When I came into this hall, I met one of my strongest, when I mean strongest, one of those people I always tell people, they will go to heaven. One of those who were every day telling me, you can't do this. I would even quarrel with them. I always tell people the way she refers to me, she doesn't like me saying that. Because she was in my school. When you go to secondary school, you have what they call senior and junior. Like it happens with me and Pat. Every day I have to remind him that he's senior. I say, senior, what do I do? Senior, what's this? So when I came to CKC in Onitsha, we used to have women in upper class, what they call 6'4". Upper 6, you're correct. Yes, glasses are not. So she happened to be in upper 6 when I came. And she would remind me always, Nana, that's why what I clear she would always say it, and I could hear it, and tell me, you cannot do this. And I would say, what do I do wrong? You did this wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. You can't do it. And that was how I succeeded. Because I had people who had courage to say to me, no. What do other people do? Everybody sits here and says, Your Excellency, you're wonderful. Even when you can see everything before you. Excellency, since you came, the world has changed. Everybody has changed their life. We moved education from number 26 to number 1. We didn't change the teachers. We did not change teachers. It was the same teachers. When I talk about corruption, I always tell people, this is my 9 years of living government. Go there and show me where Anambra State money is missing. No. Instead, the little thing we were able to do, we did it. And when we were leaving, we left their money. Because it's their money. It is to leave fund over 150 million. Who told us that we are going to have no issue of dollars? We just said, well, listen, since we are saving that, let's save dollars. So we divided all we are saving in dollars and naira. So the day we left, we have about $155 million, and the equivalent of that in naira. It was their money. Anambra has not bought me a bottle of water since I left. Because we said, no, we don't want that. If you finish, please go home. No more. No, you can't come and just do 2-3 years job and expect to be paid a pension. So please, just go. And you finish, you go. Why am I saying all this? It's to tell you that it is possible. Those of you who from Anambra State know or can testify a little bit of change we brought on board. It's there for you to go and see. The schools were closed when I came here in 2002. So one of the things I know already here, the schools were closed. By 2011, we moved from 26 to number 1. We never have school of nursing, we never have school of everything. But people like, as I was talking, Vivian Mandu stood and said, we're going to do this. And insisted that it would not. At the time, I told people, I said, maybe it was a mistake to have hired women all around me. And some women, because I had a lot of them, my chief of staff was a woman. The lady in charge of NDG and in charge of our good governance, Vivian Mandu, was a woman. Head of service, woman. Commissioner for Finance, woman. So they wrote them. I said, no, you can't do this. I said, I'm the governor. They said, you're the governor, but you're wrong. Which is what we need, which is what I'm appealing to you. This night, I want to be there for you. You live in the first world. Tell us what you're looking for. Tell us what you want us to do. But insist, we are 18 people going to contest to be president. Don't say you're choosing Peter Obi. No. Listen to 18 of us. Let them come, not through process. Let them come to us. I came here now. They'll speak to you. And they are speaking, let them show you what they've done in the past. We want to know their name, their age, schools they went to, schools they went to. No. Let them tell you their schools, their classmates, everything. So we can verify and know whether.
Verify! Verify! Verify!
Because soon, somebody's going to call you for a dinner and start telling you a story and say, they will do this. No, they have to. When people are campaigning here to be president and everything, don't they move from one state to the other? They even talk overseas and talking to Americans, other places. That's why I'm here. So let them come and do the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Let them bring people like Pastor Tommy. Let them bring people like Pastor Tommy who hold responsible. Not because you are going to hold him responsible when you can no longer reach him. You said it was you who came with this man here. And we thought you people are serious. Look at where you. I'm calling people like Vivian Mandu. I'm calling people like Stella Okuna and everybody. And there are people you will go and forget. I have a special article my head of service wanted to publish. It's in God's form. And I said, don't publish it in the foreign. It's a special article where it was stinginess as a development strategy. Because when I started, everybody was complaining of how stingy this governor is. I've said, oh, you can't do this. Oh, they want to go to training. 10 people want to go to training. I said, what are you talking? Let one person go and let him and come and teach them. You don't let me. Why would 10 of them go and learn the same thing? And we kept doing it. She kept complaining to me. Until one day I said, when I just came here, the judges don't have vehicle, the magistrates don't have vehicle, the pharmacists don't have vehicle. I'm going to buy a vehicle for all of you. Started paying their pension and gratuity. Started paying all the things they were being owed. They now turned and said, where did you get the money? I said, it was that money we saved for training and everything. People are now asking me, how are you going to get the money to do the power? How are you going to get the money to pay? When I said, the number of security personnel we have is unacceptable. I was, as governor, I was paying all time union vigilante directly from government, but every community vehicle from government, and people were asking, how will you do it at national level? In fact, somebody told me, I said, if you decide today to employ additional, say, 300 or 400 police, our police is 320,000 for 200 million, country of 200 million people. When Egypt with 100 million have over 1 million police, and out of that 320, I can tell you that about 70 is following people like me around. So we need to do it. He said, how are you going to get money today? I said, it won't cost us more than 20 billion a month. He said, but Peter, that's expensive. I said, our accountant general just told about 100. That is 5 months salary. We just stopped oil. You saw oil that was stolen from Nigeria. We just stopped oil that was stolen from Nigeria in neighboring country. The value of the oil was $300 million. At 600 naira per dollar is 180 billion. That's 9 months salary. I said, so don't worry about where we're going to get the money. And in Anambra State, we didn't borrow money. We didn't do anything. What we did was stop the leakage. Everything. I said, it's not just leakage. We stopped everything. Said, this cannot happen. Governor of Anambra State does not need a lodge in Abuja, because it doesn't live in Abuja. He doesn't need this, he doesn't need this, he doesn't need this. We don't need to do this. It did the extent that my cook became even, what is happening? Because I go and come back, you cook food all over the place. I said, why is this food all over this place? He said he was doing it in case if I come back with some people. Or in case there's, I said, listen, only hotel. Keep money in case somebody comes. This is government house. If I'm going to come back with somebody, I'll tell you. So cook for one person. In this country, if you go to White House and eat, they will charge the bombers for the Bibles. There's no place they eat more food here in case. There's anybody that is anywhere they cook food here, hoping somebody will come back with somebody. No. If you eat, you pay.
Yes,
My dear people, the night is well spent. So we can take one of you. All I came here to appeal to you is be part of this movement. Be part of what we're trying to do. We are tired of complaining. We are tired of giving excuses. We want to start seeing solutions. No matter how difficult, no matter how this, we want to be like other countries. We want to start giving hope. We want Nigerians to start having faith in their country. This can only be driven by hope. We want you to come home. We want you to feel we are part of this country. Everybody is changing. From India to China to Vietnam to Ghana to Egypt, everything. it can happen in Nigeria. Why can't you vote? Because of the same thing. Diasporas in Ghana are voting. Diasporas in Kenya are voting. But the giant of Africa is not possible.
Child.
Why is it not possible? In this time and age, it is not possible because we have chosen people who are not competent. 2023, we cannot survive without it if we don't do the right thing. So election of 2023, my dear people, will not be about tribe. Don't vote for P2B because it's for the South, it's for the woman. I'm not running on that seat. Don't vote for me because of religion. Don't vote for me because of my tongue. Don't vote for me because of donation and any other bias. Put all of us on a scale. Verify our background. You make your money. Election of 2023 must be about character, competence, capacity, and
All right. I will give His Excellency P2B a round in Texas and applause. All right, Your Excellency, we have some questions for you. Before Senator Acholonu leaves, please, Senator Acholonu leaves, please. Your Excellency, your good friend, Senator Acholonu, sponsored over 100 youths to this event and want them to be part of the brigade. So we want to appreciate him. I know that he's not only sponsoring them, they want to do more for them. So we want to let you know that. We have others that also did, but this was really astronomical. Okay, we have questions. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency is gracious to take questions, so let's do that. Please, could you return to your seats, please? Please return to your seats, please. The first question says, how can you help? Please, could you all sit down, please? You're reading all these questions and you want them answered, and we're going to do that. And how can you help to ensure that the diaspora votes during the elections in Nigeria when you get into office? first one was diaspora voting. The second one, what are the measures you and your team are planning to take to ensure that Peter Obi is safe during this election period?
Sorry. Listen. Oh, okay. Can I your channel?
When you become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, what will your cabinet reflect?
Okay, maybe.
Your Excellency, as you know, the road to the presidency in Nigeria is very steep. One must win 25%. The vote is in 24 states. Can you tell us if the strategy is already in place? Your Excellency, we are recently in Egypt to study the power sector. Should you become president tomorrow, what will you do to increase power generation in Nigeria? So we have 5 questions.
I want to go get some pictures.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Well, very simply, I know, like I said, 90 West most of the questions here, I mentioned when I was talking. When it comes to the issue of voting, I've told you. For me, no matter the way this election goes, this is the last time people in the diaspora will not vote in Nigeria. We cannot have our best people. We cannot have our best people not contribute to who will serve or lead the country.
Every day I meet.
Because you are our best. And it's important that we work with you. And I assure you we will do everything possible to ensure that you participate in that process. It is important to us, it's important to everybody.
Yes, so
On the cabinet reflection, it's a very simple thing. I've just told you what happened when I was governor. I called Vivian Wando, she's here. I never met Vivian Wando throughout the days I was campaigning to be governor. I didn't know her before. I never met her in my life. The first time I met her in my life was, I was governor. She was the permanent secretary in charge of education. And she came to my office and said, she wants to see me. And I said, okay, let me see her. She told me that the Nigerian Law Council wants to have cancelled the law school of law faculty of Anambra State University. They said we can no longer study law. So I said, why? What do we do? He said, because we have no appropriate building for the law school. I said, so how can I see them? He said they will not want to see because they just stopped them and I pleaded with her. And I met them. And I said to them, I've just been in this job for less than 1 month. What are we going to do to those students who are already in their second year and third year studying law, thinking they're going to graduate as lawyers? They said, well, whatever, but they will not continue. And I said, can you give me 1 year to build that building? 1 year. They eventually said, yes. So I turned to Vivian one and said, who will give us the design? I want us to produce the design of law faculty. They gave it to us. I called the contractor. I said, we have 1 year to build this building. Gave it to the bank. The rest, 2005. The second time was Nigerian Medical Council came to us and said they're going to stop our faculty of medicine. And I said, why? They said we don't have a teaching hospital. So you cannot do medicine without having a teaching hospital where you can run practical, this. And I said, well, we have people in 4 years, 40 years, this. So what are we going to do? They said they can graduate as people who are chemistry, biology, anything. I said, please, can I ask a favor? Can I build a teaching hospital in 2 years? So these children, because not their fault, somebody did wrong. Again, they said to me, is it possible? They say, it has never been done in Nigeria. You cannot do it. You don't want to waste time. But they have a very chairman who was very good, Professor May. I always thank him every day. Professor May looked in my face and said, government is difficult, but let's delay the closure. And when Professor Day left my office, I called a meeting of all professors of medicine from Anambra State, led by Mbono and Akoka. I said to them, please come, I want to see all of you. About 18 professors of medicine from Anambra State came into my office, and I told them my story. I said, you people have a job. You must tell me how I can build faculty of medicine for this university in 2 years. You will be the person to design the building, so you tell the architects what to do. You will be the consultant of the building. You will be the advisor. For these 2 years, Anambra State will not pay you 1 kobo. It is free as your contribution. The only thing I'll do is that every time you go for meeting, I'll give you lunch. These are elderly men in their district. They said to me, we're going to do it. I was actually expecting them to say no. So that I started that age stream so they can tell me something small. But they said yes. To my surprise, and I said, therefore. In 2 years, we delivered our teaching hospital. And all this, we didn't have school of nursing. We didn't have school of midwifery. The day I started, not one was accredited. By the time we left, we had 10 of them. And when I said this, these were all driven by this woman. She'll bring it and I'll say, listen, if it's destiny. What do you think we are going to do? This one is difficult. This is not difficult. We have the money for it. You need people competent who are prepared to do the same sacrifice. Who will do this? Who will quarrel? If you know me when I buy my land as governor, we all stay in one car. I will carry my chief of staff, woman, carry I will be arguing in the car. I'm the governor. They said, yes, we know you're the governor. And when you go home, you know they are telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Because you know truth is one thing you cannot do without. If you want to serve.
Mm-hmm.
You can do everything, you can do grammar, you can do everything, but when you lock your door, you know who told you the truth. And we keep doing this. So you need competent people. It's not just enough to have one person who says this. Look at all these things you people are doing. Everybody who has come to carry me Even when they came to call me that this evening, Prof, they noticed that I was praying. And everyone was, Peter, why are you praying? I said, listen, you don't know what it is. You have to put this into prayer.
Yeah.
Supposing, if by His grace, He allows you to do this job, how can you let these people down? What are you going to do? And on top of that, somebody will go and start stealing. You can't abuse grace of God. The thing to do, how they bring costs on themselves, their children and grandchildren. Because people put their hope on you. They will not do it for anything. Look at you. Time you should be sleeping and everything. You're sacrificing. These children are here. God is hearing their cry. You can't abuse it.
Yes, so.
People ship goods from here to Nigeria. Only Nigerian ports is what is not working. What is the Nigerian ports?
Oh, ask them.
Things are simple. If you ship goods in any part of the world, including West Africa, if your goods come there, you take it in 1 day or 2. In Nigeria, everybody is trying to frustrate you. Why can't our company work?
I don't know.
So you need competent people all over. And you must have them, and they're everywhere. They're in the north, they're in the east, they're in the west. But what happens is that we hire the worst in us
Try.
to do the job.
People who cannot even read and write.
That cabinet will be strong. It will reflect what it's supposed to reflect. I can read it. When I was gone, my cabinet was strong. Don't ask anybody who served me. It wasn't chosen by people. We chose the best. And I can always tell them, same thing I'll do tomorrow. If all of you agree with me, you must go. Because it knows that none of you have your own position. You must disagree with the boss. Because power, where it's run in Nigeria, is not the way it's run everywhere in the world. Possibility of winning. People will tell you you don't have structure.
We are the structure.
Not only that, let me tell you, the structure I don't have is the structure we want to remove. It is that structure that made it impossible for us to have power. It is the structure of criminality, or structure of corruption. That's what we want to remove.
Yes, so.
That structure they have is what kept us where we are. And we must remove that structure.
Yes, sir.
So we're not going to hear structure again. That's what Pastor Tommy told you. He's leading a movement. I'm part of that movement. We don't want to have somebody who will be answering His Excellency. And nobody have access to him. No. I will step part. In this Excellency, we are not going to remove all those things. Excellency, distinguish everything until when we know where we can bring it back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You wasted everybody's time. Imagine what I'm telling you. 22 years ago, I was here. Power was 4,000. 20 years ago. Today, it's still the same thing. It's only in Nigeria you go. Every Nigerian knows what they call greed. We know what it's called everything. We know about it. Help me any country that today will say they have oil and they don't have a refinery. Is the refinery rocket science? No. The money we pay in subsidy annually can be supported to build model refineries all over Nigeria. But because some criminals have taken over the country, I refuse to go. But they must go now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. I live him not charge the phone, man.
Tell us people who are paying that money. those people were paying that money. Nobody knows. We want people to make genuine money.
Yes, so.
Money here. But they're employing labor. We don't want people to be living a life like stars without a daytime job. No. You have to get a daytime job where we know your office and what you produce. So people can emulate you. People tell me, what are you going to do to make the young boys who only think that life is about money? I say, because they are still there, that who are stealing public money and living like stars. No. Yeah, if you steal money, you go to jail. So nobody will steal money tomorrow. In my country, if you steal money, people celebrate.
They will be clapping for you.
That's what I said people. That's what I said people should stop doing it money. And nobody come with public money and buy a house and say, do house work and you go there. No. Bring police immediately. Arrest them.
Yes, so.
So we will, all of you working hard is our own structure, is our own method of winning the election. It's not going to be easy. I've done it in Anambra State. It was not easy, but we won the election. And for 3 years I was in court. As you know, in Anambra State I was impeached. They moved from office to wife. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. The only thing I can tell you is that as I was determined then, that is how I am today. But people say that it's either to change this or it will consume all of us. That's where we are now. We reach where we can't move again. The country is already bankrupt. There's nothing left. What we want now is to stop the bleeding and start turning it around. I think that's the first 5 questions.
Excellency, now this is the last one. Most of the questions have to do with the role of the diaspora in Nigeria. About 4 of them said, Your Excellency, we are ready to invest in Nigeria, but the one thing that is holding us is security. What will you do?
Well, I said it before. The first security you need is to help to bring the leadership. There's nothing difficult here in securing America. If you don't, you know. So whatever I tell you about America, you know. The greatest contributor to American GDP today is intangible assets. Not to the road in America, not to the airport. Not the airports, not the roads, not the fast food building you see. The greatest contributor to American GDP is intangible assets. And what are the intangible assets? Security, law and order. You live here because you are sure. Not because there's no problem with insecurity, but you are sure that if somebody comes here now, God forbid, and shoot and kill any of us, that within the next 1 month, it won't be up to that. You are sure that if you do business, if you're not satisfied, you got the pot. In Nigeria, somebody can kidnap you, stay 1 month, funny your people, even though they are bringing food for you and everything, and police will say they can't find you. At this time and age, where somebody is in phone, he has phone, he's calling your people to bring money. In a conversation with people, and they say they don't know where he is. It's not happening anywhere. That's what we want to change. In today's world, if you do anything wrong, There's enough gadget to know where you're sleeping. They can put something today to know what are they doing today. So how can somebody give somebody 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months? We still have over 100 Chibok girls in captivity for 3 years. That's what we want to stop. Why can't we have state police? What is the state police? I just came into this hotel. I see everybody wearing Houston police. I'm sure it's not even Texas police. This is Houston. So why can't we have it all over the place? We have community police, everything to secure the place. That's how it works. Because security is the most important #1 role of government. You're looking for an investor. You don't have to be alive to enjoy the profit. So you provide us intangible assets. You have to have rule of law and order. People have to be sure that if they come and buy land and there's a dispute, they go to court to settle. Not that you go from America to somebody for somebody to buy you land, you use your money, you come, go to police. Police will tell you that I don't think what you're talking is right. You're wrong. Did you actually transfer money? Suddenly you become a victim. Even if you transfer money, if you buy a property here and it goes wrong, the person who collected your money will be where? In jail. That's what makes it society. So we will put it in place. The first thing we do, I said it before, is to help us to have a government that will put things in place to make it work. And that's what we want to do. Don't go and think that it's going to be changed by prayers and anything. No. The people here, people in China and everybody is praying to God. The same God that created everybody. I was telling him, Prof, today that an elderly man told me he wants to buy a house in London, and I said, how can you retire? It's my work. I said, how can you retire in London when you're supposed to say, no. Now, he doesn't think that when God starts looking for people who go to heaven, he will come to that place where they don't like it. So, you do it. These are things that are important. We must fix the place. And that's where we fix it. We're not going to stop. I don't want it my visit. I look forward to them coming to Houston, if we start in 2023, to come back maybe 2-3 years after and say to you, this is what we promised. This is what we believe. That's what we did in Anambra State. When I said to in Anambra State, this is what I'm going to do. And we went there, whenever people remind me what we're going to do, we remind them, this is what we promised. We promised that when we go in, this is going to happen. We promised that when we go in, this is going to happen. And that's what we deliver. If you're not asking about what we didn't promise, we cannot. If you change power today, is show that for every $1 you invest in human capital, you can add $10 into your GDP. It will show that if you can generate 1,000 megawatts of electricity, you can add about 0.5% to 1%. This might not be as accurate as they are saying, because people will tell you, oh, this is B2B, but it's not like that. I say it's not like that, but let's start. And we measure whether it's like that or not. But let's not say one place and say it's not like that, it's not like that. Let's add 10,000 megawatts of electricity. I can tell you, manufacturing will change. And when they change, my village and around my village this Christmas, most of the big people didn't come back. The average big person in my village, when he comes back for Christmas, spends about 10 million naira. So imagine 200 of them coming home. That's almost how many millions, if not billions. But they didn't come home this time. So that money was missing. Same thing happens when you come home. There's nobody who have left America and come home without spending $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. Plane will be full. That feeling that you came back, your parents will see you, your uncles will see you, everybody, but you don't come now. Because we scared you away. Some came and died, some came and were tortured, some came and were kidnapped, and everything. You go to burial now, people are already being buried by Zoom. So, I go there, the only thing that is in the church, and the children are coming to us by Zoom. So don't even come to bury their dead anymore. It's becoming that war. Because if they come, they'll be kidnapped. That's not good enough. We must change all that. So when diaspora, when we talk about it, it's very important. And I thank you again and again for your sacrifice this night. For letting it not just be one-off. Let it be a continuous thing for Nigeria. Let it be a continuous thing for Nigeria. Do this last sacrifice. Let's start turning our country for better. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Okute Nigeria. Carry out the go, carry out the go for better Nigeria. Carry out the go, carry out the go.
We're about to make the last presentation. The last presentation that we're about to make, the last presentation. I want, it's going to be a surprise, the last presentation. Please do not leave, I beg you. Where is, please, let him come forward so we can make the presentation. I want to recognize Kempela. Where is Kempela? Kempela happens to be the Delta State Governor candidate under Labour Party. Kempela, where are you? Please put your hands together for Kempela, under Labour Party Delta State Governor candidate. Okay, please, I want you all to remain standing so we can do vote of thanks. We can do vote of thanks, please, vote of thanks. I'm going to call on Dr. Parts. Dr. Pat Jones.
Good evening, His Excellency. Good evening, His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, all chiefs, other protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, Houston, 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 you did it. Please give yourselves a huge pat on the back. You answered the call, you held daily meetings, you brought all kinds disagreed, but look at us tonight. You are all greatly appreciated. Let me acknowledge a few members of our planning team that work tirelessly to make this a huge success night. Professor Ben Opili, I see you. My finance team, Professor David, I see all of you. Our entertainment hospitality team, our publication communication team, our logistics protocol team. My spreadsheet team, I have to mention you. Attorney Pat Azinge, Dr. Judy Igwagu, Kennedy Okafor, Dr. Mrs. Teresa Opili. This list will go on and on, but Houston, you turned out and you turned up. Let us continue to work. The job just got started. The journey just began. You all have your excellency tonight. We are all in this together. We must fix this nation. Secondly, everyone here is a part of what we are doing. We are CNCPE, Coalition of Nigerians from Consumption to Production.
Yes, so.
We have 20 minutes, but now that we have hosted His Excellency, stay tuned so that we can be all part of this movement. We have to put His Excellency in the presidency next year. We cannot do this alone. We must all get on board. Everybody, all of us. His Excellency, we appreciate you. Houston loves you. Houston is home to you. We welcome you here anytime it's open now. Thank you everyone for coming, and be safe as you go back home. Stay tuned for next follow-up. Bye.
The président hold on.
Please, could you all clear the stage, please? Could everybody just get down from the stage? We have too many people on the stage. Could you all step down, please? Please. Please, could you all step out of this stage, please? Please, could you all help us? Could you clear the stage? There are too many people on stage, please. Could everybody just get out of the stage, please? All right. All right. Please, can we all get out? Please, step down, please. Don't let the cops come. Force you to go down, please. All right, we would like to thank the Core Brothers for all their help and contribution to the success of this evening. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all the groups, the Agolo community, the Omada community, Anasco group, the Medic group, the Joe group. So we thank you all for your communication and all your support.
I thought it was.